Hello everyone again. I was asked to do this part for another multiplayer Nuzlocke challenge. Last time I foolishly lost Kevin. Let's try not to let that happen again, please. I'm doing post commentary again because, to be honest, most of the recording knows me wandering around collecting stuff other people missed too, and I don't want to put people to sleep, but I promise to upload the uncut recording later too, don't worry. The names have a creative touch to them, and another Hawk Tua. This time it survived in time for me to make it to me. I wanted to sack it and make Jim mad, but I held back. My understanding, the last person skipped the sidekick Jim, so we had to do that one. And Silphco. But first, I went through the PC and checked all the encounters. I noticed several missing encounters. First, I saw there was dual metapods in the box. I asked the server what the deets clause was. I got mixed answers, so I caused the later encounter of the two and got an Abra on the route. It could be good backup, Cadavers, so very good, though without the Alakazam evolution, it's not worth adding to the team. First, I saw no one did the power plant and headed straight there. Before I went in, though, I bought some Super Repels. This is because the potential encounters are Pikachu, Magnemite, and Voltorb. But by using a Repel and putting Badass's Ego in front, choose a level 33, I can only encounter Pokemon that level and above. And don't worry, I'm not like Jin. I won't tease it to catch a legendary bird. I'm better than that. But this gave me a 100% chance I finding a Magneton. And that Magneton I find I did, and it was level 34. I put it to sleep through an Ultra Goal edit and named it Magna John. I'm a comedian, I know. I picked up the lonely Dratini I found in the box. Whoever picked up the Dratini spent almost all our money buying it, so I felt bad having it raw on the PC when they put that much time to buying it. I noticed no one did any of the trainer battles for the route between Celadon City and Lavender Town. Their teams were very weak, so I used it to gain some levels for Bloody Mary and Magna John. Bloody Mary being the Dratini. So in the battle, saw my heart rate skyrocket. Dratini got quit and went down 6 HP once. I was curious a few other times here, but luckily I survived. I picked up a Vulpix along the way on Route 7 because no one did that encounter for that spat. I named it Kermera based on the nine-tailed bots from Naruto. If you know, you know. Next, I went down to the route that went to the Seafoam Islands. This was more stress-free this time around. Body Barrier is a said water type, so I could let him solo some more battles. But for any Pokemon that had non-water type moves, I had to do some switch training with Magni Jam to be super duper careful. We made it out okay. Dratini evolved into Dragonair and could now hold their own in their battle. I also taught Surf. Random move I know, but I had to have another move besides her Dragon Range to rely on. It was only temporary though, because I forgot to remove it before ending my save. Oops. Whoever goes next is gonna have to be so confused why 3 Pokemon have Surf. I found the Tentacool in the route and named it Cool Being, Spore, and Pokemon, super low level, I know. If something happens to the Golden Child Hawk Tua, hey, at least I have a backup now. I went to the Seafoam Islands and did all the traveling to encounter a seal. Boo. I was super disappointed too, but I caught it anyways and went back to town. I did some customizing to the team's moveset. I saw we didn't have strength, but I did have the gold teeth for some reason. Weird, but I got strength and taught it to Pussy Queen. I went to the move deleter afterwards and earned cut from Pussy Queen. Whose idea was that? I went to Celadon City to buy some TNs until I saw we were broke, so I had no money when I got the save. Best I could do was work with what I had. I searched up on Google Docs how to get the Angloid coin, found the professor aid that gave me to Angloid coin, and I barely had enough for it. I needed 40 Pokemon in my Pokédex, and I had 41. Oh wait, that reminds me, I think I would do a duo along the way. He's my new flying slave. Finally, I went to Silphco. Yes, I could have done the few mandatory battles, fought Gary, went straight to Giovanni, but some of the members of the team were still lacking in levels. So I used this as an opportunity to level up Bloody Mary and Badass's Ego. I saw Magni John and Hot 2 were dangerously close to a level surpassing a level cap, so I avoided them except for emergencies. Pussy Queen was also above the level cap, but I kept him in for the party for Silphco and the Giovanni fight in case I got caught in a pickle. Most of the battles are very easy, so I'm not going to bore you with Pedichos. For most fights, I attached the Annoy coin to Dragonair, opened the battle with him. If I saw a Coffin, Weezing, or Voltorb, I subbed in Magna John in case they use self-destruct. I did go back and heal many times before I was joining Mo and Hyper Potions. I played this game before, okay? I went through floor by floor, got the Karakiri, and grabbed all the items. I still have memories from doing Silpco as a child, so I knew where to find Gary, all those traumatic memories. The Gary battle was, well, let me explain. I went to hit Magna John, so their Pidgeot was no issue. For Growlithe, little cute little baby. I went in with Bloody Mary. I could have one-shot Pop Tua by 1 VXP. For Gyarados, Magna John was one-shot again. I mean, Magna John one-shotted. Well, what was scary was his Alakazam, and also where I made my biggest mistake. I used Thunder Weave on it to open because Alakazam is a speed demon. Little did I know, Alakazam's ability gave me the same status commission he had. Oops. I got scared. I kept calm minding, and once I did something soon, I'd be a goner and be made fun of by Gem forever, and I care when that happened, so I had to restore my paralysis. I kept in my Magna John because there was a psychic, and if there was anyone that could take a hit from Alakazam, it was him. Yes, my special attack did very little damage because of the calm mind, but I didn't want to get one shot. Miracle happened. The paralysis of Let's Get Alakazam 2 times in a row, and I finished off with Spark. If Alakazam hit a crit on me once, that'd be very bad. Very bad news. I had no hard counter for Gale Dinosaur, so I swapped it in Bloody Mary. Didn't go very good, so I sent in Badass's Ego and you handled the rest. I healed one last time, and it was time for Giovanni. I also got a Lapras. I don't know if we can use it, but in case I can, I named it Turds. The Giovanni was, well, a pushover. I spammed a Surf with Bloody Mary, switched in Badass's Ego when Bloody was game at 1 HP, and he handled the rest. Besides for when they had their Kangaskhan, I might have been able to do it with Badass's Ego, but to be safe, I sent in Pussy Queen, and Giovanni was wasted after that. So all there was left to do was Sabrina. Gen 1 has a lot of easy gym battles, but this one is the toughest of them. Sabrina had Psychics, and I had nothing to hit super effective damage with. Before that, I went on a mission in Cerulean City. There was no encounter though, but I checked the box, and it seemed no one was fixed there, which means there's a trade of Pokemon available, Jinx. But first, I needed a Poliwag that evolves into Poliwhirl, and in the Nuzlocke, there was no guarantees, but I skirted to the He routes and still had no encounters. Powell Town was first. At the end of Powell Town, there's a fishing spot that isn't a route. Had no luck there, and thought that was it. But I had one last shot. On the way to Victory Road, when you're turning in all your badges, before you hit Victory Road, there's actually a body of water where you can get an encounter. So I went there, fished for a spot, and would you know it, I found the Poliwag. Thank you, Lord. Leveling up Poliwag to level 25 is tedious, but I did it, narrowly avoiding death, and traded it in for a Jinx, which by the trainer was named Jinx. Thanks to it being an in-game trade, I got double XP. I needed a perfect spot to farm XP. First, I used the leftover Psychic TM we had and taught Psychic. Then I went to the Biker Game route and used the Versus Secret to fight them over and over again. Then upping the Poison and Fighting types for Pokemon. Both types I Psychic hit for super effective damage against. Did that for about 10 minutes and got Jinx to level 40. So now I had an ace in case I got in trouble for the Psychic Gym. But I mostly did it because whoever did the Elite Four, whoever does the Elite Four is going to be a counter for Lance, and I think Jinx is the answer. Lastly, I used the money gone from Silph Plus to Angloicorn and Dragonair, and had barely enough money to teach Nandijan Thunderbolt. I hope someone gets enough money before the Elite Four, because someone needs to get Ice Beam, sorry. For the gym, the trainers were all pushovers. Not one notable battle to recap. I didn't even need to use Hop 2 on Magna John or Zinx or anyone else. Bloody Mary and Badass's Ego, which up to this point at least are my weaklings, except who swept through most of the gym by themselves. But finally, it was time for the gym. I healed one last time and went in. Sabrina was scary, but I spent 2 hours in my white building and 2 that could beat Sabrina. Let's do this. Sabrina. Magna John was out first. It resisted Psychic and was the ace of my team for sure. I used Thunder Wave to negate that speed and nailed a critical hit on their level 38 Kadabra. Another Thunderbolt, another quick crit. I'm not cheating, I swear. Please, I didn't use Game Shark. But Thunderbolt took out Venomoth in 2 hits, and I didn't even need a crit this time. Then came out the dreaded rematch of Magna John versus Alakazam. This time is a level 43, against Gary, which was a puny level 35. I stupidly paralyzed it again, forgetting about the ability, but it did waste a turn, restoring the paralysis, giving me a free shot, so yay. I got it down to low HP, but not low enough to make the CPU use a Hyper Potion, I had to heal a few times, but I got it done, and Sabrina was finished. The rematch against Alakazam was a little scary, but overall not too bad. I bet Jim is gonna say Sabrina was easy after watching this. But that is all from my part. Thanks again for allowing me to do this. This was very fun once again. Bye bye now.